Vishal. I am from class 4. Today I am going to tell a story about Mary and the White Dove. Once upon a time there was a poor orphan girl named Mary. Mary was very gentle and kind. She worked for a very rich family. Her masters were very kind as well. One day, Mary's master decided to go to a picnic into the forest. They had lots of fun and enjoyment. As they were passing through the forest, a band of robbers attacked Mary's master and mistress well. They both were killed. Mary saved her life by hiding behind a big boulder. When the robbers had gone away, she ran and ran and ran until she was so tired and she fell on the grass and started weeping. As then she think that the good angels of the forest would take care of her. As she was thinking this, a pretty little white dove came flying towards Mary, and it had a tiny golden key in its beak. The dove flew to Mary and said, "Take this key and go there. There is a tree trunk. Open the tree trunk with the help of this key and you'll find something to eat." Mary obeyed what the dove said and found a loaf of bread and some milk in a bowl. She ate quickly because she was very hungry. Then that night the dove came to her, placed a tiny golden key in her hand and said that go to the tree trunk and you'll find a bed, sleep there. Mary done as the dove said, and Mary opened the trunk and she found the bed. She slept on the bed because she was very sleepy. The next day, the dove showed Mary a hollow which had a lot of dresses that Mary could wear. Mary stopped thinking about how to get out of the woods. The dove would come to her and give every needs that she needs. The dove didn't stay from 2 hours, so she thought that the dove would stay more than 2 hours. One day, the dove said to Mary that, "Will you help me?" When Mary said yes, the dove said, You need to follow me through the woods and you'll find a little house where an old woman lives. Don't speak a single word, but pass the right from her and enter the house. Look for the room which has rings and search for the rings which is the plainest. Don't wear the rings which have jewels and precious gems. Only wear an ordinary and a plain ring. So Mary done what he said. The dove said, and Mary went to the house and she saw an ugly and a bent woman. She said, "Good day to you, little child. How can I help you?" She remembered that she should not speak a single word. So she didn't say anything, passed right of her and went inside of the house and searched for the room for rings. She didn't find any room with rings. At last she found a room filled with rings which had jewels. Mary did not see anything in her life like this. So then Mary searched for rings which is the plainest and the ordinary ring. She searched and searched. After a long search, she didn't find anything. Then the old and the bent woman came and said that, "Help yourself, child. You can have much as rings that you want." And Mary followed stealthily to the woman and she saw a bird in a cage which was hooked up to the wall, and it had a plain ring in its beak. Mary snatched the cage from the woman and opened the door. As the old woman was trying to push her, she took the ring from the bird and put it on her little finger and ran away fast as she could. And she sat on a tree trunk and said, "Oh, where is the dove? I've done whatever the dove said, but I didn't see it." And she started to weep. Then something magical happened. The tree turned into a tall and handsome young prince. He spoke in the familiar voice that the dove has spoken. "My dear Mary, I am your dove." The woman was an evil witch who cast an evil spell on me, and she made a dove for half of the day and a tree trunk for the rest of the day. Then the prince said. Then the prince took Mary to his father's place, and they were married within a week. They lived happily ever after. The end.